Hello there and welcome to this modern web development by example course. My name is Arseni. I am a full stack software engineer and have been for around 6 years now. And in this course, we're going to be taking a look at all the ways that you can become a web developer. And of course, we're going to be doing that by example. So we're not going to be doing too much theory. We're going to be actually showing you real life projects that you can create and learning on those projects. Now, what will you learn? Well, we're going to start off by creating a programming environment. It's going to be our first section. And in this section, we're going to be it's actually pretty simple. We're just going to be going over the very basics of everything. Creating a folder. This is the section that you're in right now. Creating a folder where we're going to be storing all of our files, going over the very basics. Then in section 2, we're finally actually going to get to coding. And here we're going to be creating an email letter with HTML. So emails do generally support having an HTML page. I'm sure most of you have received an email, that's pretty, not just text, with buttons and things like that. And the way they do it is just by using HTML, and that's what we're going to be doing in the second section. Of course, just HTML without anything else is kind of boring. So, which is why in the third section, we're actually going to be creating a better web page with both HTML and CSS as well. That's going to play an important role, and it's going to look a lot better. And it's actually going to run in the browser instead of an email client. In the fourth section, we're going to be taking that application that we created in the third section, a to-do list application, and we are actually going to be adding a backend to it, which means that it's going to be able to connect to a database and just be a lot more flexible. It's going to be a real-life actual application. Finally, in our fifth section, we're going to go ahead and create a voting system application that's going to be able to interact with our back-end server without refreshing the page using AJAX technology. So again, we're going to go over, I know that maybe most likely what I said there was, you had no idea what I meant with most of what I said there, but that's okay. We're going to be going over what I meant as we go into the section itself. Next, in the sixth section, we're going to be learning to write tests for application. So essentially what that is just writing code that will test our code. That's very important, and if you are going to be a professional developer, that is a must know. So we're going to be going over the very basics of that as well. In the seventh section, we're going to be creating a stunning restaurant landing page using the Bootstrap framework. So the Bootstrap framework allows us to much easier create very good looking designs that will easily scale to different screen sizes. That's pretty much the whole idea behind Bootstrap, and we're going to be using that to create an actual good-looking application. The applications before that, they weren't terrible looking, but they also weren't striking either. So that's what we're doing in the seventh section. And finally, in the eighth section, we're going to be learning about the very, very basics of Docker. So Docker is a very useful programming tool. It's something that allows applications to be developed much faster. It allows for collaboration with other developers to be much easier, and so on and so on. The upsides of Docker are practically endless, and we're going to be going over the very basics of that as well. It's so useful, in fact, that I would say for the past couple of years, every single project that I've worked on at my job, I have used Docker. So definitely a very, very useful tool. So the goal of this course, essentially, is to teach you the basics of full stack web development. Now, you may be wondering what full stack is. We are going to get a little bit more into that as we go on in this course. But essentially, full stack is just front end and then also back end. The back end is the server, so a computer that, will actually go ahead and store things in the database. It's going to go ahead and, perform requests, give the user files, everything like that. And the front end is just the visual stuff. That's the visuals that the user sees. That's essentially the difference, and full stack is a developer that can do both. Okay, so that's the goal of this course. It's to teach you the basics of full stack web development. Anyway, so other than that, then that is actually all for the introductory video. I'm sure that you're going to learn something, and you're going to learn a lot in this course. And yeah, I'm going to see you next time. Enjoy.